Hi, I'm Phil from EcoFires. I'm pleased to bring you the Masterbuilt Gravity Series XT, which is one of the newest models of the Gravity series. Really excited about this product. I've been reading up about it online, how to cook and everything else. The only thing I haven't been able to do is to find out how to build it. In this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to put this together. It can be quite complicated. The instructions look like they've been designed by the people of IKEA. For that reason, we offer a delivery service and a white glove fitting service that we can do with inside our local area. This Gravity series has some great features in its build and also in its build qualities. We're going to show you some of those things when we're putting this together. Before you open the box, you want to establish which is the front of the barbecue. You've got two arrows at the top here. And you've got open this side, which means it's at the front, and on the back of the box it's got lay this side down. Right, so now we're ready to lay this down. This is Ross, by the way. Say hello.
Hi guys.
Right, okay, so just roll this back, carefully put it down on its back. There you go. We're going to cut all these straps and pull the pallet off, and I'll see you in a sec. Take the lid off, fold it back, and then this just all opens up. Wow. One of the things you will notice is how well this has been packaged to protect it, to look after it, and oh wow, it does look amazing. So what we're going to do is carefully take this out. Just found the instructions for opening a package. This is why these instructions aren't the clearest and why we would recommend that you use someone to put it together. What we've done is we've lifted this up and put a bit of polystyrene under here so it makes it easier for us to get the legs onto this appliance before lifting it up onto its feet. This is the next move, is putting the legs on. The legs are numbered 22, 21, 21, 22. So we've got legs that go on the front, legs that go on the back. The only thing that I would say to you is make sure that you put leg 21, which has the writing on for the leg here, goes on the back right hand side of the barbecue, back here. And then the only other thing that I'm going to do before putting these legs on is, because I don't want to work on my hands and knees all the time, I'm going to put these legs onto my bench up here and I'm going to put the wheels on them first. But on the front two legs, I'm going to make sure that I put the locking wheels. What we're going to do is fit the wheels on. We need a D, an E and a B. We've got a D, which is a washer, a B, which is a bolt, and an E, which is a locking washer. Now for getting these out, if you look over the back, you've also got the other numbers and you can open them up individually. This is the front locking wheel. It's got nicely greased bearings up here, no play, really well made. Not only does it lock the wheels, stop it from twisting, it also locks the bracket as well, which will lock the leg. So once you've locked this into position, it's not going anywhere. This impact driver is a very strong unit, but it is adjustable. So we're using it on the lowest setting so that we don't over tighten these screws. Easy. Before we put the front two legs in, there's 4 bolts to go into the front two legs, but you want to leave the 2 bolts out which run in between the 2 legs, because there's another part that needs to be bolted in. The reason why this product is so heavy is because of the quality of the parts. All the parts seem to be nicely painted inside and out, but also using a nice thick steel. These are the front 2 legs, 21 and 22, and this is the bar that goes in between. As you can see, it nicely says Gravity Series on it. These are the bolts, the internal bolts that we need to leave out at this particular point before we put this on. Another smart move is to take the numbers off as you're going along so that you haven't got to go round afterwards on your hands and knees pulling them off. This is leg 21, the left front leg. Don't drop it. Take your time. Slides on nicely like that and will stay in place for you to line the bolts up. Remember, outside ones first. Lift that up out of the way. Look how well that's built. Nice, all stainless steel, nicely put together. We're on step 4 now. This is another bit that can be quite awkward. There's a cable just here, which needs to be threaded through the leg, across here, and connected in over here. This is the next move, is getting the bottom shelf in. The bottom shelf fits in between the 2 legs at the bottom, which will give it more rigidity, and it's angled so it can only go in one way up. We're going to put the bottom 2 in first. Here we go. What we're going to do is lift these 2 bits out and take the plastic sheet off so that when we grab hold of this top, we're not going to slip while trying to stand it up. 2, 3. There we go. Almost as big as me. This seal looks good. It's a nice woven seal. It looks like it's going to last a long time. Now we're going to take this out, which will be the next steps of putting the barbecue together. I was going to lift that out with one hand, but it's too heavy. The packaging on this is phenomenal. Even bits put in to stop trays from rattling around. I presume this is a drip tray. All enamelled, really nice.
One thing I really love about this is as the packaging unfolds, it gives you all this safe, protected area to put your bits and bobs, lay it all out. It gives you a well-organised workplace.
This is a cover that goes on here. We've taken the 3 screws out here, here and here. This locates in there, and also this then locates in here. But be ever so careful, because there is a cable down here that you don't want to damage. Once it's in place like that, we can get it screwed back in and also bolted through at the bottom here. On this Masterbuilt barbecue, we've got a heat shield on here to protect the paintwork, which is a really nice addition. It's also got a couple of knockouts underneath here for putting the bolt through. This handle is pretty cool. It has some cutouts on the back here for helping keeping it cool. They've also got some M's on the side for Masterbuilt to make sure that you get it the right way up, because if it was upside down it'd be a W and it'd mean This is stage 13. To fit this and this is quite easy. You've just got to fit the first top 2 bolts loose, slide this over the holes, and then we've just got to do the handle as well, because the handle mounts under here. Now we've slipped the top in, I'm happy with that, and now all we need to do is locate these bottom 2 screws, do them up tight. So you use this handle for pulling the barbecue out of the shed and putting it on the patio. There you go. This is the side drawer. Lift it up, put it down, but that is really solid. I could almost sit on it. You've also got the kitchen roll holder under here, and we've got a nice little cubby hole drawer under here as well.
Right guys, now we're coming to this left-hand side of the barbecue. We've got our ash pan in here, that just slides in nicely in there. And we've got our grate. If you have a look in there, that just slides in easy like that. You put your firelighters in there, all contained with the door. It's got 2 hinges, very simple. Line them up, slide it down. Closes with a nice handle that will fit later on in the video.
We've just fitted the last 2 handles. This one down the bottom here for the door, and this one to the top here. This is 2 screws, this is 4 screws. These screws are the last screws from the pack, and now we're just about to do the inside, the fun bit. This is the handle that we've just put on, and behind here is where the drip tray goes in for the food that we're cooking, which just slides in like that for ease of cleaning. And this is the drip tray, just slides in underneath. We're almost ready to go. Quickly going to talk about the inside and the quality of this double box. This keeps the heat inside the chamber for nice even cooking. The even cooking comes from this. This is the distribution, which the heat is here and is blown in with a fan underneath into here and through these chambers at the sides, which gives a nice even heat. It just slots into place as easy as 1, 2, 3, just like that. This is the last little bit, which is the grilling area. My favourite bit. 1, 2, 3. This is the main grilling area. Then we have extra racks for bigger grilling areas. So the thing is you've got a second rack that you can put in, or half racks. It's up to you how you set this up. But you can have a double rack at the top, a double rack here, or the third rack down the bottom, or you might just want to keep 2 in there for cooking and storing. And the thing is remember, whenever you're cooking with this, you're going to create some really nice food. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be experimenting with this in my garden, cooking food and talking about the features of the probes and how the hopper works, how the gravity feed system works, and how the smoking works on this. I'm looking forward to that, because this is what sold me this barbecue. This barbecue is an amazing beast. I would like to say thanks for now from Phil and Ross.